A few nights ago before bed, I opened an incognito tab and used a website that should be closed immediately after. I guess I was tired, so I accidentally minimized the tab instead and went to bed. A few days went on and I hadn't used my laptop. My clinical job doesn't usually require it, but yesterday, I had a council meeting and had to present some work I'd been writing for the unit. I walk into a small conference room with all my managers and the bosses ready to present. My direct manager is to my left and to my right is a guest manager from another unit. As I get ready to share my work and open my laptop, open to Word, everything looks fine. I present and everyone loves the ideas, etc., and my boss asks me to write her an email summary of what I presented. I then go to click on my Google app and out pops a black and orange screen with obscene scenes being portrayed. Cue blushing and panic. I close it as quickly as I can and look over to my left with my direct manager who seems to be focused on something else. So okay, we're fine I think, but then I look over to my right and the guest manager is trying to look anywhere but at me, completely red. I play it off as nothing happened and finish the meeting as best as I can, but you can feel the awkward energy radiating from her. Hopefully I never have to apply for a transfer to her unit, or see her again. Woke up to my son asking for some water. Got up, was even sleepier than normal, started walking towards his room. Managed to hit a door frame so hard that I'm currently in the hospital getting my left big toenail reattached. Apparently you can kick something so hard that parts of your body detach. Hurts like a motherfucker, 0 tenths, would not recommend. To add insult to injury, kid was already asleep again when I finally got to him with his glass of water, leaving a trail of blood through the hallway, kitchen and his room. Helpful bot informed me my post was too short, so I'd like to add a praise for local anesthetics. That's the shit. They did some nasty looking shit and I felt nothing. It's a weird feeling seeing them work on your toe and feel nothing. Me, 23F, and my boyfriend, 22 meters, have both been struggling with mental health stuff recently, so we've not really been in the mood, if you know what I mean. So today we were making out and things were starting to get a little heated, so my boyfriend asks me to check there's nobody else home. Normally he means to just check out of the window and see if either of his parents' cars are in the driveway, which they weren't, so I tell him we're all good. We proceed to have very loud, somewhat kinky sex. After we're finished he goes to the bathroom to clean up and makes a jokey comment about how we left the bedroom door open and that it's a good thing nobody else is home. Then we realize we can smell food cooking. I never checked if his younger sister was in the house. She definitely heard us and everything that was said during. I have never been more embarrassed. So this happened yesterday, and I've yet to see what the results of my stupidity are. It is important to know that I was suicidal a year or so ago. I still have depression and anxiety though. Also, this is a high school, and my school takes mental health very seriously. So for my English class, I required to write an essay responding to a prompt on the list of prompts my teacher gave me. I decided to do the 3 stages of life one, but instead of the classic birth, life, and death stages, I made the stages of my life: bliss, pain, unknown. For bliss I wrote about my childhood and how nice it was to be a little kid. For pain, I write about how depressed I got during high school and how I wake up every day and think about how badly I want to die. Then for unknown, I wrote about how peaceful everything would probably be after I die. I said I was looking forward to my death too. Once I finished, I submitted it online without even reading through the whole thing once because I was right up against the deadline for submission. So fast forward to me, in my English class, about to read this essay out loud in front of a few of my classmates because we were supposed to peer review each other's essays. I read mine, and realized that it low-key sounds like a suicide note. The people in my peer review group were shocked, and they tried to talk me out of killing myself. I never said I would kill myself, and I have no intention of doing so, but I did say in the essay that I was looking forward to dying, and I guess that made them think I'ma kill myself. So now I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, shit, I just read a suicide note to my classmates. Please don't tell anyone, please don't tell anyone, please don't tell anyone. So now I'm pretty sure that my teacher's gonna read my essay and tell somebody about my mental health, or even worse, she may tell my parents. I've been dating this guy for a few months. He has a fetish for petite Asian girls, that I know. But he also has a thing for big breasts, which I attribute to his hentai porn fascination, where women are depicted in strange and inhuman proportions. In the past month, he has been making comments here and there about breast implants. He would send me articles on the joys of saline versus silicone implants, for example, and would tell me I'd be perfect if I got some saline implants to fill a DD cup, as a joke, of course. DD is not crazy actually because my band size is 30, which is equivalent to a 34C, but still insulting to me. So I finally had it a week ago and told him to stop making jokes about implants because they are not funny and insulting. I told him most petite Asian women are not big-breasted contrary to his hentai fantasy. He did stop for a few days, then today again he mentioned to me how great I'd look in a double D while we were out having brunch. So I snapped, and I said well maybe he should get some testicle implants to augment the size of his cherry testicles. Well he didn't take my suggestion too kindly and went home in a huff by himself. He hasn't returned any of my texts since. So I've been seeing this girl for almost 6 months now. She's super terrific to me, and I really think things are going better than they've gone in my most recent relationships. We met on Tinder. I personally deleted Tinder 2 weeks after meeting her because I was that into her. She told me she did the same about 2 weeks after that. However, a recent Instagram post notified me that she had a Tumblr account. Figured I'd look at it because we had each other on other social medias, and I was curious. Big mistake. She's got a substantial amount of followers and notes, but I've noticed all she talks about is her ex and how she's in love with him, and other Tinder guys she's gone on dates with. We started playing video games together recently, and I've just found out that her interest in him came from a guy he just spent last weekend with. She has no idea I know any of this information, and I'm too into her to say anything. My family is selling our house and it's been on the list for almost 2 years, and I was going to clean my brother's room since HES in a different country, and found some chocolate in his drawer. I put it in our bowl of mixed snacks, and that was last week. We got some sushi for dinner and no problem. And then when I was playing with my little brother and decide to get rid of some of the snacks before they go bad. This is where we both consume an abnormal amount of wheat chocolate. My little brother asked his friend because he feels weird, and I thought I was poisoned by the fish since I heard about a puff of fish poison from somewhere. I called the ambulance, and then these guys come with all these poison control equipment, and then he laughed after looking at me and my brother. I've been with him for roughly a month and I knew he spoke Welsh fluently, but I've never heard him, or anyone speak Welsh. We are driving to his house and he's on a call with one of his friends, so I'm just Saturday on my phone, relaxing, enjoying the hills. Well, he suddenly starts speaking Welsh and flinging his arms around, apparently having some sort of an argument. I've never heard Welsh before, and TBH, it sounded more like lots of slurring. I legitimately thought he was having a stroke, so I grabbed the steering wheel. He did the exact same thing, but in the opposite direction. He outstrengthed me. We span around on the road and came to a stop. He was so confused as to why I randomly grabbed the wheel. I explained the situation, and now his Welsh family and friends are having a great laugh at my mono-language self.